What is up, guys? It is Germ back again with another tutorial video for you guys, and in today's video I am going to be showing you the best settings and controls for PUBG Mobile. Go into your basic settings. The first things first is disable aim assist. This will stop you from hitting enemies that are down instead of enemies that are up. After that, enable quick scope switch. This will make it easier for you to switch scopes in the midst of a battle. After this, you're going to want to scroll down and enable peek and fire. I recommend leaving the lean mode on tap. That way you don't have to hold it to do this. After this, guys, scroll down and display your left side fire button with your scope on only. The same for your gyroscope. Now the gyroscope, guys, is going to help you become much more accurate, because when you're aiming at enemies, instead of having to aim with your finger, you can aim with just the movement of your phone. After you've done all of this, scroll down, and I recommend turning on auto open doors. This makes it easier just when you're running around, and then changing your damage effect from red to green. This makes it easier to see if you hit an enemy. After this, guys, go into your vehicle control settings and change them from button controls to joystick controls. It's going to make it much easier for you to control a vehicle when you're driving. Instead of having to use 2 fingers to control a vehicle, now you only have to use 1. It's basically just like moving your character around, except now you're moving your vehicle around, guys. Now that we've discussed the best settings, let's go into the best controls, or the controls that I use. First things first, guys, is you're going to want to increase the size of your revive button. This is going to help in many situations when you're playing with squads and you find you're in very close scenarios where you have to be able to press that button. Same thing for your vehicle enter buttons. You're going to want to increase the size of those, as well as the size of the exit one. This way it's easier to enter and exit vehicles if you need to in an emergency situation. After that, guys, increase the size of your scope button, or your aim down sights button, whichever you might call it. This will make it easier to press. That way you can increase your accuracy. Same for your shooting button, and then same for your jump button. These buttons are buttons that you will find that you will use more often than your prone and crouch button, and you will find that you do not want to misclick them. So I recommend doing this for the joystick and the left side fire button as well. Now, guys, earlier you should have enabled peek and fire. This will give you these 2 little buttons, and they allow your character to peek left and right. I recommend increasing the size of the one whichever you are most dominant in. And I am a right hand person, so I increase the size of the right hand peek and fire because I find myself using that more often. Like I said, guys, increase the size of your joystick. I find that a lot of people get sweaty fingers, and you always have your fingers slipping. And if you increase the size of your joystick, this will help a lot with that situation. Last thing, guys, is this is a little tip. If you want to be able to enable auto run faster, you can actually move the sprint lock feature closer to your joystick. This way you only have to move it up so far to enable auto run. This will make it much easier to enable auto run instead of having to always have your finger on the joystick. Guys, one last and final secret tip I have for you guys is a tip that you can use that was just found out about a month ago that you can use to control your recoil. Now, to do this tip, you need a 6x scope, and you need to change the 6x to 3x. Now, when you open the 6x scope, you get this little button in the top left-hand corner where you can switch the 6x to the 3x. This will make your recoil dramatically better. You will not have much recoil at all, and you will find that you will be able to hit a lot of enemies with a 3x scope. A 3x is actually a very good distance, and with no recoil at all, you can use this trick to defeat your enemies in very close niche situations. If you look at these targets, I'm actually not moving my fingers much, and I'm hitting their heads dead on accuracy with every single bullet. Guys, thank you so much for checking out today's video. If you want to check out more videos and some more tips and tricks that I have, click on the links that I have for you on the screen, and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Have a great day, my friends.